What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm here with Darren and we're going to do 15 questions. So since the last time of doing these videos, we've changed the structure very slightly. So Darren's the first one on the new structure. It's still going to be quick fire. We're just going to separate the really quick questions and then go into a little bit more detail, tell a bit more of Darren's story. So, first question is, how long have you been doing street photography?
I'd say about 3.5, 4 years.
3.5, 4 years, street photography. And what about photography generally?
Well, I mean, it goes back to about 2011. That's when I bought my first camera.
So a few years.
A few years, but street photography about four years, I'd say.
Wicked. All right, cool. These are meant to be the quick fire ones. They didn't go very well. Right, what brand or brands do you shoot?
Sony mostly, but I do have some Fuji cameras as well.
Yeah, which ones?
X Pro 2, never selling it, and an XH1.
Everyone loves the X Pro 2, don't they?
Oh man, it's a legend.
Yeah, I love the X Pros, they're beautiful. Favorite subject, item, or way to shoot?
So layers, abstract, sometimes with a bit of a subject in the background.
Cool. And best city you've ever shot in?
Well, New York, but I wasn't shooting street then, so I'd say I need to go back.
Need to go back?
Yeah.
I think like for your style, Tokyo.
Oh man.
Would be just next level.
I need to go.
Because there's reflections in just about everywhere.
Need to go there.
I will just mention, by the way, I've had a cold, Darren's had pneumonia, which is, which is much worse. So we are both a bit sniffly and coughy, so apologies. Right, any other hobbies outside of photography? Yeah,
tennis.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Played yesterday and very rusty, but yeah.
I was gonna say, you any good?
I was all right, but a bit rusty, and I play guitar as well.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
We always just talk about photography, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Right, this is the purpose of these videos, is to get to know Darren a bit better, for myself apparently as well. I've only known you, like nearly 3 years probably now. Right, so those are the quick fire ones. Now it's time to get into the nitty gritty of Darren and all about his photography. So the first sort of serious question is, your top 3 photos you've ever taken, and we'll flash them on the screen, but talk us through why they mean so much to you.
Sure, so I'd say the first one was taken close to Fortnum and Mason's. It's a multi-layered shot. Firstly, I'd say it's because of the complexity of the image. So I was really happy to get that. And also because of the difficulty of taking the shot. It's actually taken through a window, and there's also like a silhouette, which is actually a reflection in a mirror. So you'll see that on the screen.
It's a reflection of a reflection.
In a mirror.
Yeah.
And also like the colors I think are pretty cool, and the timing as well. So everything had to line up, and I waited a while to get the shot. So I think I like that shot quite a lot.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, should I talk about the next one as well?
Yeah, keep going, yeah.
The second one, I'd say like it's one of a bartender with like a strong orange background, which was creating a really cool silhouette.
Yeah, I know that.
And there's like wine glasses in front. So I just think it's quite a strong image, like the colors make it quite striking. And I was just happy to see it, from the street, like he had a long lens that day. So
I think there's a bit of a story behind this photo as well. I reckon definitely people would find it interesting, because it's a bit like when you see the photo on the screen, as you have, Darren's story, you think, how's that even possible? But you explain to them. Yeah,
so the thing is that I walked past the outside of the restaurant, and like you wouldn't be able to get this shot unless you had a longer lens, but also you're able to see quite a cool scene that's happening with the bartender in front of this strong background. And actually, I've revisited the scene since, and I haven't actually been able to recreate it, because it seems that they've changed the background a little bit. Yeah. So it's quite cool that now it's,
okay, so now it's really unique.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So.
But what I actually meant about that photo specifically, hopefully you can still hear me, there's loads of a bus just outside there. You basically, the person who you took the picture of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he actually found the image and he got in touch, and he really liked it. So yeah, it's really cool.
Which is really cool, especially as you can see the image. it's not really like his typical, it's not obviously
No,
somebody.
it's his silhouette.
It's his silhouette, yeah.
Someone that he works with found it, sent it to him, and he got in touch, and he's like, wow, man, that's a cool shot.
It's really cool, right?
It's really nice, yeah.
Cool, and one more, last photo.
So yeah, it's actually one I uploaded recently. It was black and white, which is actually unusual because most of my stuff is color. And it was one where like it looks like someone is entering into this world from another world. And I was just really happy with it because I had a concept for this shot, and it was to look like someone was coming into this world. And I used like a reflective sign in the foreground, shot wide open to get this kind of layered effect.
Yeah.
And like a sign in the background to create the silhouette. So I was just happy how it landed up. So.
Well, you can see the photos, and as you can see, Darren is literally, how he gets his images, I don't even know. I've watched you do them, man. They're amazing.
Thank you.
Incredible. Right, next question. Tell us a bit about how you got into photography. So that could be photography, and then you can lead into street if you want.
Yeah, so, well, I just remember like my dad had an old Yashica film camera. And like when I was 5 or 6, I always used to just want to carry this camera around. And I think he was a bit like, okay, don't break the camera.
But don't break my camera.
Exactly. Yeah. And yeah, I always just like clicking it, looking through the viewfinder. And later on, when I was a bit older, I got a little point and shoot, and I used to take that everywhere. And yeah, then from there, as I said, I went to New York. I bought a SLR, and I was just taking thousands of photos. And from there, I've always just had a camera. And when I got to London, actually, when I moved here in 2016, I went to like some street photography meetups, and I think from there I got really interested in street photography, and yeah, then just got more.
And you
serious
develop,
about
don't
it,
you? Yeah. And that's where you sort of develop what your sort of your style, and Darren's style is very unique, and it's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Okay, so next question is, what inspires you the most about street photography?
So I think firstly I'd say that there's so many different types or ways that you can do street photography.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you know, if we're all shooting, you know, like we can all be in one place and you can see a scene.
Oh, we all see it totally differently, yeah.
And I think that's really cool. I also think it's really cool that moment, if you capture it, you know, there's just that unique moment and it's gone, right? And I think that's really cool. Something else that's maybe not about inspiring, it's just that like street photography has really taught me patience. And I really appreciate that about street photography. So yeah, I'd say those things really important to me.
Yeah, your patience is far beyond mine. Darren sits in these specific places waiting for the perfect moment. For how long? What do you reckon is the longest you've ever waited?
I'd say it was recently, probably about 45 minutes. I was trying to get like multiple frames to line up with a subject in each frame, and I didn't get it. So
45 minutes is far too long for me.
Yeah.
That's way long. I've got like 45 seconds, and I'm like, no, do you know what? Let's go.
Moving on.
Yes, but that's why you get these incredible photos. The patience, it's worth it. Whereas I'm like, I just haven't got it in me.
Well, I think it's just a different
it's a different style completely,
shooting.
yeah. That's the thing, isn't it, about street photography? Exactly. We shoot totally different.
Exactly.
But yeah, in the same scene. Right, next question is, if you could shoot anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Well, I think, as you're saying, Tokyo.
Yeah.
I'm really dying to go to Tokyo and back to New York. Really want to go back to New York.
Yeah, I mean, I've shot both of those, and knowing your style, your style suits both of those places. Like, especially I feel like Tokyo with all the buildings and the neon lights and the reflections you get.
Oh,
like, you could shoot there forever and you'd be in your element.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so next question is the most underrated aspect of being a photographer. It's quite an interesting question, that one.
Yeah, I think that doing street photography, I think you see scenes uniquely. And I think to anyone who takes photos, you understand that wherever you walk, you're kind of always framing things up.
Yeah.
And I think that people who take photos probably see the world uniquely.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that is something that is unique about being someone who takes photos, which I'm quite grateful for, being able to see the world that way. So I think that is something that I think is underrated.
That's a shit hot answer, to be fair.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's a really good answer. Yeah, I like it a lot. That's the first time I've asked that question. So if I do,
It's a good
it'd be
question,
interesting to see whether other people answer similarly, because that was a very good answer. I like it.
Thank you.
Because actually it's relatable. I see the same thing.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going through London, I'm with my girlfriend or whatever,
Yeah.
then I'll be like, oh, that's amazing. Whereas she's just
yeah.
walked past it and hasn't got a clue.
Yeah,
Because she
no.
doesn't like photography or street photography. So, right, a few more questions to go. So
Yep.
this is another question I've not asked anyone before, is your second favourite type of photography, assuming that street photography is your favourite, do you have like a second, like a fallback?
Yeah, definitely. I think that architectural photography is really interesting. And sometimes like I think I'll do like a shot of a building, and definitely not saying that that's good architectural photography, but to all the architectural photographers listening, but I do think that would be something I would probably do if I wasn't doing street photography. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, I see some architect photography and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that like blows my mind how you've like framed that or composed that. And I try and take a photo and I'm like, it just looks like absolute trash.
Yeah,
but it can be amazing, can't it?
Yeah, exactly. No,
It's like almost like mysterious in a way as well. Like it's really clever.
incredible, yeah.
Right, so favourite Instagram photographer and why? You can choose one or two. I won't just make you choose one.
Yeah. These questions are difficult also because you don't want to leave anyone out. But
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
I think Billy D, I'd say, I mean, and especially lately, like his stuff has been insane.
Yeah.
And then I would say like also Mola Yakim. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
I will flash everyone up down below so you can check them out.
Yeah, his stuff is just like, every time it's just like, wow, that's inspiring, really power.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%.
Yeah,
I'll have to get the Instagram.
I'll send you
yeah,
the
send me the
link,
Instagram. Yeah. I'm probably missing an unbelievable photographer out. Okay, so obviously those are bigger accounts, I assume.
Yeah.
So the next question leads on nicely to that. The most underrated Instagram account. So like you're looking at 10K and under.
Yeah. So again, I'm probably going to leave a lot of people out. But
this is what really hard. Yeah.
This is difficult. So I would say like there's someone called Oliver Lay.
Yeah.
Olivia Lay. His stuff is amazing. Hugo Stage 5.
Yep.
His stuff is really good. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say like these aren't underrated accounts, but other accounts that I really appreciate, like there's like Darren Sacks, like for video, obviously Emre.
Yeah.
Those are bigger accounts, but and also like In Frames We Trust. Yeah, his stuff is also really good,
incredible.
So,
yeah, I'll flash everyone up so you can check everyone's link. I'll leave them in the description. So yeah, check them all out because unbelievable photographers, all of them.
For sure.
Right, 2 more to go. Your biggest photography inspirations outside of Instagram?
Yeah. So for me, that's easy. It's Saul Leiter.
Yeah.
Like, you know, obviously there are many greats, but for me, you know, I just keep re-looking at his work, just the way he worked with colors, layers, and light.
Yeah, I love his layers and stuff, and his colors. Yeah.
And I went to the exhibition recently, a lot of unseen work, and his stuff is just amazing. So yeah,
I'd say probably the same for me, and probably a lot of people. He's amazing. Right, last question. What is the one thing you wish you knew when starting photography that you know now?
Sure. That's quite a difficult one.
Yeah.
But I would say that. I would say that I think it takes time to develop a style.
100%.
Like when I first started, I was like, oh, I have to have a style. So that's one thing that I think. I mean, and it's totally evolving all the time. And also, I wish to know that whenever I go take photos, I don't have to always get a good shot. Sometimes I get nothing, and then the next day I'll get something. So yeah, those two things probably.
Yeah, I can't remember what I read or what I saw, but somebody was saying that if you're going out and you don't get any photos, well, at least you've still got some fresh air. You've still gone for a walk. It's better than sitting at your desk or sitting at home doing nothing.
Maybe you met some mates, had a chat.
Exactly that.
And you know, the next time, maybe you'll get a good shot. Like, yeah, I think less pressure. So yeah.
So those are your 15 questions.
That was
Smashed
awesome.
it.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
Now, obviously you can check Darren out on Instagram. You also sell prints don't you?
Yeah.
So what I'll do is, and you probably want to buy these prints because they're unbelievable.
Thanks, man.
So we'll flash Darren's Instagram here, but you want to tell everyone what it is?
Yeah, so it's just @Sacks, just my surname. So that was quite lucky to
It's
get.
an easy one. Yeah, I mean that's unbelievable, really, isn't it?
Man, it's cool.
And yeah, the link to Darren's prints is going to be in the description below.
Thanks, man. Awesome. Appreciate
Pleasure.
it. Nice one.
See you in the next one, guys. Peace. That was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, that was cool.
Smashed it.
That was really chilled.
Yeah, chilled. That's what we want.